Second game of this best of 3, uThermal up by 1. And the map is Catalina. Spawning at the 5 o'clock position is Elazer, the orange Zerg player, and his opponent at the 9 o'clock will be uThermal, the pink Terran player. Both guys playing for Team AT Gaming. Now, if uThermal goes for a middle map proxy reapers, I'm just gonna start flipping tables, man. This is because that would be friggin' hilarious. I mean, you get cheesed once, right? You don't expect being cheesed 2 times in a row unless you're playing against somebody like Fuser. Who, luckily for us, this is not gonna be a center map barracks, which, you know, some Terrans like to play this. Instead, a fairly common opening. Actually, this gas was taken slightly earlier than normal. Usually you take the gas at 12. uThermal took it on 11. I wonder why that was. Elazer scouting with his overlords, and he actually has gotten pool before gas before pool. Is that right? It was a pool gas opener, I think. So maybe a speedling expand, maybe. No, this has to have been. Wait a minute. What's a 50 gas mine? No, this has to have been gas into a pool. He's going to have 100 gas when the pool finishes. So this is either a speedling expand or a very aggressive opening here from Elazer. uThermal is going to scout that out, however. So is Elazer going to try and cheese his opponent right back? Let's see. uThermal not scouting his opponent as of yet. Doesn't see any creep here, so he's going to be sending that Reaper the other way around. Yep, definitely. Going to send it over here. And Elazer already producing lings. Getting his link speed. Not mining with any drones and just producing lings. He did get that expansion up, so as we said before, a speedling expansion, which is going to give him a ridiculously quick link speed for map control. He will be able to deal with these Reapers very effectively, and he actually has set up sort of a trap. Tries to get the Reaper. Will not be successful, I don't think. But at the same time, uThermal has to leave the second Reaper if he gets one. He should leave it at his natural base. Otherwise, these lings may just move past and deny the natural from coming up, ever. Or at least for a decent number of time. Decent amount of time, excuse me. The link speed is almost done, but Elazer, this may have been a mistake, moving off creep with those lings a little bit prematurely. I don't think he'll be able to finish off these Reapers. Yeah, he's lost too many lings. Missing out on a huge opportunity. uThermal being smart though, building his command center in the main base, seeing how quickly and how many of those lings have been out so early. So as many as 3 Reapers. This is going to be a solid defense for uThermal. And he's getting a 3rd CC behind this as well. Oh. Granted, I don't know how much he'll be able to do with the Hellions if he decides to get Hellions. Because the speedling presence out on the map should deter uThermal from getting too many. Let's see, he's gonna pop in, going to see what he can see. No additional gas is being taken. But he can 2-shot drones at this point, and Zerglings as well, so if he micros correctly... Oh, loses 1 Reaper. And almost a surround on the second one, narrowly not getting it. Escapes with 5 hit points and will start to heal up. uThermal scanning. Sees how many drones there are. Not too many, but he did see that drone production has been initiated instead of lings. And the natural is still trying to be denied by Elazer. He did, however, see the stim going up, so he knows uThermal is preparing for a huge timing here. Elazer being only on 2 bases, taking his 3rd relatively late, just 30 seconds ago, so 7-minute mark. Yeah, because he had to drone up his natural first. Otherwise, if he took it any sooner, he'd be in danger of being overrun because his army would have been so small. uThermal will be going for a very heavy timing here with Stim finishing, I think. And he might just try to take advantage of the fact that Elazer opened the way he did. So he's probably not going to have banelings ready when that Stim is done. And with those Hellions and Marines, uThermal might be able to do a lot of damage. Adding on 2 additional barracks. I think he'll be moving out soon. Engineering base going down as well. uThermal preparing for the late game. Evolution chambers for Elazer on the other hand. Economy-wise, things are pretty even so far. The creep is not yet extended all the way to the 3rd, so if uThermal hits that right now, he could threaten that. Granted, he would not get very many drone kills, but he could definitely threaten the 3rd base. He's not gonna go with the Stim timing, it seems. Going to wait for medevacs, maybe even combat shields to finish before he moves out. So far, just controlling the map with Hellions, and we can kind of see how uThermal is playing this a little bit slower than he did up until this point. He's going to take his time, play very safely. Oh, nice target fire there from uThermal, getting that creep tumor. Very annoying. But with 4 queens over here, the defense is going to be a little bit easier for Elazer. These queens not having energy, actually, they will not have transfusions available to them. Oh, good surround on the Reaper, but that also alerts uThermal for a potential run-by at the 3rd base, so he already has Hellions in position, going to catch these things in guard, possibly. Gets quite a bit of them roasted. And now the Marines make an appearance as well. 16 Lings and a Baneling Nest going up for Elazer as well as a Baneling Nest. So he's definitely going to start building his Ling Baneling composition and wait for the Lair and the Spire to finish. Maybe take a 4th base as well. Probably over here, which is not the best of ideas, but what are you going to do? Take this one? That's a little bit too far away. So there's the Spire going up. Yeah, Centrifugal Hulk's always a good upgrade to have. I always forget that upgrade when I play Zerg. For some reason, I never get that. And it's like the 18-minute mark, and I'm like, why am I taking so bad of an engagement against this Terran when I'm up on upgrades? And then I realize, like, oh, damn. But yeah, Elazer being too good for that. Has spotted the drop coming in as well, so this will not do too much. Maybe if uThermal can unload these, yeah, right there, then maybe, but the mainlings are coming in, and now uThermal can just pick up and try to boost into the main base. He's going to play the jumping game, the jumping jack. Wow, Elazer actually taking this base as his next one. That's definitely vulnerable. Let's see if uThermal knows about it. Probably not. Is he going to try to deny? Denying creep is always good. He doesn't even have to engage the Zerg army. The slower the creep gets there, the better for uThermal in the later stages of the game. And oh, dearie me. 4 additional barracks, 4th command center. uThermal is playing his just playing his standard game, it seems. First Mutalisks are about to pop, and missile turrets are being built as well, right on spot for uThermal as he's beginning his 12-minute push across the map. This is where things start to heat up a little bit for Elazer, because uThermal is so strong in his mid-game, I think, against Zerg. So, good thing that Elazer has all of this creep to help him. This will make his bases so much safer than without the creep spread. Here we come, uThermal pre-spreading his units. And the Baneling's not getting the connections that they really wanted. But even in spite of all that, Elazer's still doing a very good job, not being too wasteful with his Banelings, and that's a good sign. If you see a Zerg player engaging this way, uThermal will have to move back. And Elazer actually getting, it seems to me he's almost getting an upper hand this army. He'll have to back off against this defending force, but he's chased the Terran army far enough back to allow this fourth base to be saturated, and his income is just going to skyrocket right now. I wouldn't mind him, though, putting down an infestation pit right now to go into 3-3 upgrades later on, because the Terran army is not going to get any weaker. It's only going to get stronger. Wow, very good engagement there for uThermal. He's going to defend his third base as well, chasing this southern flank off, and he's going to take his fourth as well. uThermal expanding very rapidly. This is always uncomfortable for Zerg to see. You want to be up by one base at least against a Terran player. And of course you want to have that gas income. Look at this, Elazer completely starved for gas as he's trying to get as many mutas and banelings up as he can. He hasn't taken those at the fourth base just yet. And this is also the reason why he cannot go into Hive, get his 3-3 upgrades. uThermal actually not queuing his up. I wonder what's the deal with that, but we seem to have a huge engagement in the center. Elazer trying to sprint forward. Does get hit by the Widow Mines on top of those Mutalisks. Has to retreat back, wait for those Mutas to heal up. But look at this insane creep spread so far forward. It's going to take ages for uThermal to push across the map, I think. So, as we said before, at least this base and these bases are so safe right now from uThermal's army. The third being the point of contention, I think. This is where the competition will take the majority of engagements. This is where everything will happen. The mines have detonated, but Elazer refusing to engage so far. He still has a decent number of mutals in the air, not too many. You want to have at least 15. And, oh my goodness. These bendings really... No, the Elazer not engaging too decisively, but at the same time he did manage to get a decent engagement in the end. However, uThermal's army is still over here. Only 2 mutas in the air, almost nothing on the ground for Elazer. He'll have to sacrifice the third base, I think. There's no way that he can save this. Unfortunately for him, he also has a macro hatch down here at the third. He's pulling drones as well. Never a good sign. Widowmine goes off. If he holds, it's going to be a miracle, but I don't think he will. 10 Marines at a time, streaming across the map. This is where uThermal really shines with his macro. Look at this, 40 supply up on the Zerg. GG gets called by Elazer, and uThermal moves on into the finals, baby! Hell yeah! Terran power.